Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is the King of Anime Podcast, and we are here with the Winter 2019 Awards Show. This season went by just like it felt like instantly. It's just 1 second it was here, the next second it wasn't, and I'm just gonna say right now, this awards show is gonna be off the charts awesome, and not only that, but at the end of the show we will be announcing the community's pick for their own awards, and as well what anime you guys picked for us to watch in the spring 2019 season, which should be, I hope, really good. So, with that being said, you guys want to get in? Well, first introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Satsuki.
Hi, my name's Everything Animated.
Awesome. Cool. I'm glad. So, let's introduce our first award, which is the Best Written Female Character Award. You can call it Waifu if you want to, the Waifu Award. Well, we're gonna all name our picks. I'm going first. I picked Dora from Dora. What are your guys' picks?
I forget.
Yours was Isabella from The Promised Neverland.
Get it?
Oh my god, he's roboting.
No!
Satsuki, what's your pick?
I picked Kaguya Shinomiya.
Good pick. That's
I
from
was
Kaguya
kidding.
Love
I
is War.
remember I was Isabella.
You're right. You were definitely Isabella. At one point in your life, you were indeed Isabella. So
I'm looking for my picks. I'm sorry. Let me scroll through.
So, Satsuki, why did you decide to pick Kaguya?
Demise. I mean, do I need another reason?
Those vaguely murderous eyes.
I mean, yeah, that's part of it, but I mean, just some other minor aspects of her character is she's super smart, which I love that about main characters, and it's fun to see her try to outmaneuver Shirogane. I think that's his last name.
Yeah,
I definitely forget his first
Miyuki
name.
Shirogane.
Miyuki, yes. It's literally like watching L versus Light in a rom-com setting, which is very beautiful. And again, it's so cool to see a character like her, because I've never really seen a tsundere act like how she acts, or at least we never really get to see inside of their minds and see her go this far to try to make someone else confess is really, I don't know, it's just really cool to me. And she's rich.
That's true. She has her own maid who is a classmate, or well, at least they go to the same school.
Yeah, I mean, this is like there's pluses everywhere. I don't think she has many flaws.
She is. I mean, I love Kaguya as well. I love everyone in that show, to be honest, but I think it's like, for me, a tie between Miyuki Shirogane and Kaguya. I could definitely agree with the sentiment that you would definitely pick her as, you know, the best written female character, because she's in a show that it has to have really good writing. And while the show itself falls flat sometimes, it's not always the best, but it's a comedy. Not every joke is going to appeal to literally every single one of them, especially a Japanese comedy. But for a show like that, Kaguya is really well developed, and that's tough to do. You know, it's not easy to develop a character like her, and especially like Kaguya and Miyuki's relationship as well at the same time, and, you know, her character interactions with especially Chika, who she has this like kind of weird friendship with, like this weird relationship she has with Chika, where like I think in like the first or second episode she's like, I wish she would die, and all this like terrible
Yeah.
stuff. But then like at the end, Chica's like a really good person, super innocent. And Kaguya is like, well, she's all right, I guess. And it's just, there's so many great things about her character and how she develops that it's just super great. And some of the jokes she says as well, some of those jokes are hilarious. Like, I think in episode 2 or 3, probably 2 maybe, where Kaguya makes a space joke or whatever, where Kaguya's like, President, I'll be your Alpha Centauri to your Alpha Centauri BB. And I'm like, that's hilarious, because like, I'm a space geek, and I get that reference, and I laughed out loud, and she's just great. What do you think about her, EA?
About show I never watched.
I thought you watched the first episode.
I did, and no, I wasn't.
Oh no, he's robotic.
No, I
So as for me, I of course obviously
Why is
picked
this
Doro.
happening to me? I swear to God.
I picked Doro because, although while we didn't know Doro was a female until very recently in the show, that's one of the reasons why I have her as one of like my favorite female characters and what I think is the best written female character of this season, because, well, for one, we didn't know she was a female, and they kept that a secret, and you never thought about it until they actually put it down in front of you. And not only that, but seeing her backstory was heartbreaking, and the fact that she is still a good person and hasn't been affected by these terrible things, it's just super, super awesome. And I definitely think Dororo deserves to be the best written female character of this season, because she has it all. She's funny, she's got this lighthearted attitude. You really like her. She's not just a voice for Hyakimaru. She's great. What do you guys think about Dororo?
I think it's good that Dororo isn't really bound by any, not only gender roles, but also typical character types that we see that anime have with certain female characters. Like you said, we didn't even know that Dororo was a girl, and that the show never really focuses on that. But Dororo is just able to be herself, which, like you said, the tragic backstory and the fact that she is more than just kind of like the narrator of the show, because even though Hyakimaru can talk, she for the most part is the one directing how things are going, where they go, which villages they go to, and she does the negotiating, which is also pretty cool. Dororo is just a great character, and I like the fact that we don't really have to necessarily focus on her being a female, because I feel like with a different show that wouldn't be the case.
With any other show, it would be her trying to get in the pants of Hyakimaru. I feel like it would just be taken to an incredible extreme that I don't think anyone would like. And
Oh, senpai Yamate.
I'm glad that's she's not that way. She is very a very well written character. What do you think about that, EA?
All right, I think I got everything better now. I hope I'm not a robot ever again. She, like you said, I had no idea that she was even, or that he was even a she, and then she turned out to be not a he, but a she. So it was, I mean, I guess that goes to show you that no matter how you don't need a gender specific role as long as as well as the character is written out well. It doesn't matter. They could be a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you.
I think that's what also makes her character so memorable in this show, is the fact that she is not bound to any of those roles. So,
Yep.
who do you got for your pick?
I got the luscious, the lavish, the absolutely wonderful mother Isabella.
Well, she is a lady.
I just have
That
to bite
she
my
is.
tongue. I'm sick of people talking to my betrothed this way, but it's fine, I guess.
She is,
she's
without
great.
a shadow of a doubt, one of the greatest villains, one of the greatest fleshed out, just mysterious. I guess not really fleshed out, but she's definitely mysterious. But it keeps your interest to where you're just like, who hurt you? Why are you doing this? Like, you don't know whether she's coming or going. One minute she's all smiles, the next she's whispering in your ear, "I will kill you."
Literally, at one point.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's
Hi.
what makes I think that's what makes her so good, is because of the fact that every good protagonist needs a great antagonist, and she is without a doubt one of the better antagonists this season.
She almost crosses into monster territory. I feel like she could do anything she wants. If it was revealed that she had this superhuman strength, like she was like Roberta from Black Lagoon or something like that, I'd be like, heck yeah. Like I can see it. I can see her being this freak of nature that is this killing machine and is evil and is all of these things, and I'd believe it. And that's because this show has done an incredible job to make sure that she is kind of the force that is the biggest threat.
And to me, what's so amazing about this is the first episode, we see these aliens in that.
Oh no. EA roboted. Sasuke, take over.
Yeah. So and we did that, and then that, and that, and that.
Absolutely had like, man, these aliens will do. You know what?
Oh no. It's not catching up. So, I mean, yeah.
My life.
It comes and goes. We don't know if we're hearing this in the future or past. But for Isabella in particular, I think that, especially at the end of the last episode that happened, which we won't be talking about this week because we're doing an award show. I mean, just like we kind of already know that you don't want to cross that line with her, right? You just don't want to do it. And that's also one of the great things about her. Not only that, but she has this motherly look. At first, you think, "Oh wow, there's this this beautiful looking woman. She's super nice. She's caring for all of these kids.
She's my age. Hey, girl."
Oh, no, you're back.
Hey.
And so, when it's revealed that she's basically Satan, I mean,
Whoa.
it also fits as well. That motherly look, that beautiful woman suddenly turns into not so beautiful anymore. At least, not
those
not for
crazy
me and
women
Sasuke.
need love too.
Right, exactly. But like, suddenly everything about her, they don't look so motherly anymore. They look a little suspicious or a little evil. Those little quirks, those little smiles before suddenly aren't filled with happiness. They're filled with terror.
Now, like I was trying to say before I turned into a robot, the aliens were freaky. Yeah, that was scary. But to me, honestly, I could give two shits less about the aliens. She is the most terrifying thing in the show.
I agree. I think she is more terrifying than the whatever those other things are. Easily.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those things have like a flower that like
flower power
that kills
yeah.
that kills people instantly, but we haven't really seen much from them. And what we have seen of them is they put flowers on people. That's all they do. They insta-kill. They instigate people.
They're hippies.
they're radioactive hippies. But Isabella, we've seen her snap Emma's leg completely in half. We've seen her threaten Emma's life.
Yes. Tell me more. Tell me more.
I hope we're not turning on Satsuki here.
No, you're starting to sway Satsuki.
But I mean, what do you? Honestly, to me, it's a tie between Isabella and Dora. Kaguya's great. I don't know.
Demise.
Who do you think? Who do you guys think takes this?
That's a tough one.
I'll go with my betrothed. Yeah.
I too will also go with Satsuki's betrothed.
All right, SeaTactics wins.
Hey.
Whoa!
Wait,
we called that off.
Oh no! Isabella wins. God damn it, Satsuki! Why you gotta call things off so much? So that is who wins the best written female character. Now let's head on over to the community and see what they voted for best female character. Choices were Dora from Dora, Mio from Dora, Kaguya Shinomiya from Kaguya, Chika Fujiwara from Kaguya, Raftalia from Shield Hero, Mother Isabella from The Promised Neverland, Emma from The Promised Neverland, Sister Crone, and other. Other meaning they could enter anything they wanted. And some of those others are Echidona from ReZero, Stella Shining from Igeo.
Zero's not even here.
They're not counted, but I'm going to read them anyways. Stella Shining, Igeo no Daika, and Hoshino Hinata. I don't know who that is. Is that Hinata from Naruto?
That is not.
Okay. And the winner of this best written female character is Kaguya Shinomiya with 3 votes.
Them eyes.
Mother Isabella came in with 2 votes, and then everyone else got 1 vote. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed. So let's move on to our next award, the best written male character. My choice was Naofumi Iwatani from The Rising of the Shield Hero. What are your guys' choice?
I know this one now. Okay. I made sure to have my list in front of me. My, of course, is Mob from Mob Psycho.
My choice is Uncle Reagan.
I want to hear from EA first. Why do you pick Mob? EA? Are you alive? Satsuki!
It wasn't me that time.
Damn it.
Why'd you pick Reagan, Satsuki?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so okay.
Why is this happening to me?
Satsuki.
It may be. Wait, was it Isabella who kicked me out and turned me into an android that one time?
It may have been.
She's doing
It's
it
the
to me
curse of
again.
Isabella.
But I picked you. I picked you.
She just gave you a ham radio. That's all she had.
I guess. God damn. Are we starting over?
Yeah, Satsuki's gonna do his first.
Robot.
Okay. So I chose Uncle Reagan because he is, I won't say the best uncle, but he's the uncle that you don't think you want, but the one that you need. he gets the job done, and he is one of the most bravest individuals in the series because just last episode,
Yeah, the
we
last
had
episode.
him literally attack one of the strongest espers we've seen in the series, an esper who was literally wiping the floor with everyone. And he literally casually walks up to him and uses a move known as self defense rush. And apparently, this is like something he has in his arsenal. So he's probably used it before. But just not only that, just there's so many other examples where we've literally seen him face opponent crush with their pink.
Oh no, everyone's roboting
He'll
now.
do what.
Everyone's
Oh shit!
roboting.
I'm the curse of Isabella. It runs deep.
Yep.
You know, I would like to think I'm not a robot.
You think you're not, but you are.
Am
All
I
right.
real?
I think we're back to normal now. So continue
I
on.
think EA spread the virus. I don't know what I was saying.
I
Oh yeah. Reagan being the best or whatnot. Another thing I like about Reagan is his guidance towards Mob, because even though he's a scammer, and for the most part he finesses people, but I think he has good intentions with Mob, and he actually tries to make sure Mob is all right. And that's more than you can say for than other people, because you know a lot of people wouldn't even care about Mob, to be honest. But Reagan has Mob's, I won't say best interest, because sometimes it's about the money, but he has good intentions for Mob. And like I said, he's the uncle.
He's the weird uncle that the mom brings home.
Yeah. And does the exorcisms.
Yeah, he's a lot like a secondary father figure to Mom in a way, even though he already has a family and stuff. He's one of the best things about this show. Like, he's if Mob wasn't in this show, he would be the best character. And even then, he's at times, I kind of want to say I like Reagan more than Mob. It's just it's tough. It's tough sometimes because he does so many memorable things. Even in season 1, he did it. I mean, that last fight at the end of season 1 is, that's Reagan right there. And this whole season so far, he's great. I don't know like what more to say. He's Reagan, What do you think, EA?
I think I'm still a robot.
You're still good.
Thank God.
Maybe not. Maybe we spoke too soon. Oh,
angels deserve to die.
Oh God, this is one of the so many
I'm so
just
sorry.
technical difficulties with this one on everyone's side.
It's the curse.
I'm so sorry.
It's so bad.
Just talk about your character.
No, you sound good now. So who did you pick?
I picked Mob.
All right.
That's all I'm gonna say. I picked Mob.
Okay, so Mob's great.
I mean, maybe I'll try to sound good and whatnot.
Sound good now. Why'd you pick Mob?
Okay. I picked Mob because he went from being this wimp with no self-esteem, very low self-esteem. He's doing this all to get a girl. Season 1, that's how he was. He's very powerful, Esper-wise, but he never really kind of stood up for himself. Season 2, we kind of see a little bit more and a little different side of Mob. We see that he's getting more friends. We have people that help him along the way, which in turn give him the power to stand up for himself and to be more of himself, I guess. And he's also learned how to control, I guess, his psycho power, whatever you want to call it, whenever he goes 100. And before he would just have to get really mad, and he just did that. Now, that I forget which episode it was, where it was just absolutely amazing, where he was taking on that one dude. He got so much better into it, and I think he's finally at one with his powers. He can control them, and he's overall just a better character in this season versus the first one. Hands down.
Yeah, I think he's much more interesting this season than season one. I'm gonna bring it up again. I've brought it up literally, I think, every episode of the King of Anime podcast that we've covered Mob Psycho.
Let's hear it.
So this is gonna sound familiar to everyone here, but I love the reoccurring little story thing for Mob where everyone helps him out and makes sure that he doesn't, go to that dark place, while everyone else is literally like, all these bad guys are trying to push him into it, and he almost always gets there. He almost loses control, and he almost turns to the dark side of the Force, but he never does, because he has Reagan, he has his brother, the self-improvement club or whatever they're called. He has all these people, and it's one of this is one of my favorite things about Mob, is just that. And not only that, but sometimes Mob helps his friends, and that's also cool as well. It goes to show that Mob isn't exactly this weak little dork at all, and he's very he means a lot to everyone that's around him, and I think he knows that. And I mean, yeah, in the first episode, doesn't he get like a girlfriend, right? And that girlfriend just is trying to be a girlfriend.
Well, she did it on a dare.
Yeah, on a dare. And it doesn't get to his head about it. He pretty much already knew. And he was just doing it, just to do it, just to help her out. That's like a super cool episode. That was like one of the best episodes of the show.
And then she goes ahead and she falls for him for real because of that.
Yeah, I mean,
gotcha.
Wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
If little Mob was romancing you, wouldn't you? I mean, I would.
If he was floating around.
Shada Khan. I said it.
If I was in her place, sir. Not if I was me in the situation. Get out of here, Satsuki. Trying to accuse me of stuff I ain't. I probably picked the one that will lose. So I picked Naofumi from Shield Hero. I picked him because he was different. From most everyone this season, he was betrayed. And was he betrayed. He was made to look like a rapist, a pedophile, all of the names in the book, a thief. He was basically called a thief before he even really became the Shield Hero. Like, the Shield Hero was known as this terrible person before. He didn't have a chance, and then his supposed teammates betray him as well, and choose the side of mine, who is a total bitch.
Yep.
And he goes to this dark place, and he becomes this giant douchebag edgelord. Because why wouldn't you? If you were in that situation, wouldn't you not trust anyone? Even he doesn't to this day in the most recent episode, he doesn't even trust Raftalia or Philo, and it's really surprising that he doesn't trust Raftalia, because Raftalia seems to be like the most trustworthy person in this whole series, just based off her actions alone. So I like that. He goes to this dark place, and he's not a generic isekai character. He starts off as one, but it's kind of necessary to subvert your expectations of what you would normally expect from a character like Naofumi in any other show. He doesn't really. He's sits inside and play games all day. But when he becomes the Shield Hero, he gains this power, learns it, and really thrives with it, and becomes, I guess, the person he was always meant to be, which is a hero. and it's really, it's kind of like in a weird way, like a superhero origin story, if you think about it like that. Because, I mean, think of Spider-Man. He was a dork who got a power, and he learned it. He learned the power, and he became the person that he was always meant to be. I think that's just cool about Naofumi. And there are so many other things that you could definitely talk about, but we would go over time. Who do you think, well, what do you guys think about Naofumi?
Wait, I just want to add that you turned into a robot just for a fraction of a second. So we've
can't.
all become androids. So I want to. So can we like fuse or like do some type of transformation?
Super 17?
No, because that would be two. That would be two people.
Ultra 17?
Fusion.
Yeah, that sounds better. Ultra. No, 17 is not
Ultra
a good name.
Mega
Though.
Super Special 17.
That works.
I like Naofumi. He's a cool character. I definitely wasn't expecting anything much from him, or the anime for that matter. I just thought it was going to be another isekai. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be another one of those. But I think what separates this one from other ones is the main character himself, and he makes the show. If it was just some, here I'm Kirito, oh here I am, I'm another one-liner, it would have been boring as hell. Thank God for Naofumi.
I think him and Subaru from ReZero definitely buck the trend on what it is to be an isekai main character really well.
And Kazuma
as well, although I think but I think that character leans more into it, and that's what makes him so special.
Yeah.
What do you think, Satsuki?
I think Naofumi is cool. I did pretty much what everybody said. He started off with the shut-in neat type of arc where it was like, here we go again. We're headed down with another one of these characters. But pretty much everything that happened in the first episode molded him to what he is now. And it's kind of cool to see that although he went through all those things, which would make him untrustworthy towards everybody else, you still see that bit of compassion in him to where he's not a complete jackass or anything like that. He does have a heart of gold. He does care about the people around him. It's just because of what he went through, there's no way he could be like he was before and be so naive. And I like that about a main character when they learn from not what mistakes he did, because there's nothing he did wrong in episode 1. It's just he learned from what happened to him, and he's determined not to let anything like that happen again.
Who do you think takes this one? I don't think Naofumi takes it, just not because he isn't a really good character, or not because he has so many flaws that take him out of contention. I think Reagan and Mob are just better characters than Naofumi.
Uncle Reagan.
Yeah, I'll give it to Reagan. If it wasn't for him, Mob wouldn't be the person that he is.
All right. Reagan wins. And let's check back in with the community and see what they picked for their husbando, a.k.a.
Community!
Best written male character. The choices were Hyakimaru from Dora, Miyuki Shirogane from Kaguya Love is War, Yu Ishigami from Kaguya Love is War, Naofumi Iwatani, Shield Hero, Ray, The Promised Neverland, Norman, The Promised Neverland, Phil, The Promised Neverland,
Phil,
Reagan, Mob Psycho 102, Mob from Mob Psycho 102, Accelerator, A Certain Magical Index, and Saber. I don't know which Saber, but Saber was voted in. Reagan takes it with 2 votes. Everyone else got a vote. So it was a very close one.
Woohoo!
Reagan.
So now we get to talk about. This is probably going to be a really fun discussion. One that will probably be very quick because there's only 2 nominations. The one that got away, aka the anime we would have picked to watch over Boogie Pop. I picked Domestic Girlfriend. Everything animated didn't pick anything. What did you pick, Satsuki?
I picked Kaguya Sama, Love is War.
All right.
I said no idea. Everything is good.
So just everything.
Yeah, I mean everything that isn't Boogie Pop is better than Boogie Pop.
Are we sure about that? There is Girly Air Force.
I watched the first episode and said nope.
I picked Domestic Girlfriend. Not because of dim boobs or dim side boobs or dim under boobs or anything involved with Hina. Well, technically everything involved with Hina. Now that I think about it, this anime has so much drama that it drains me when I watch it, and I love it. It's so stupid. Everyone in this anime makes the dumbest decisions. It is so entertaining. It is beyond entertaining. Hina is a terrible person. There is no defense for this woman. She is awful. No one has done anything to her, but she continues when everyone tells her to stop doing the things that she is doing because they are wrong. She goes, "You know what? Nah, I'm gonna fuck you too, 17-year-old student of mine, also now my brother."
Yep, that is a true statement right there. And then, one scene alone, she kisses him, smacks him, gets on top of him, says, "You want this?" And then he's like, "Oh!" And then she's like, "I'm a bad person." And then he runs away.
It's literally what happens in that order.
I'm like, wow. I mean,
and not even that. In the first episode, he just had sex with Rui. Like, it was the day after, and he still is in head, like, and just in love with his teacher Hina, and Hina just starts teasing him. Just teases him. Just keeps teasing him. Like,
because
we can't go out. We wouldn't work.
Because that's normal. A teacher to flirt with their student.
This is obviously, this never would happen in real life, but it gets to the point of where I'm like, but if all of these people, like, if there is a group, like, of terrible people like these people, I can maybe see it happening. Poor parents, though. Poor parents. The parents have to deal with this crap. These 2 parents just fell in love with each other, but man.
And the mother's telling her, "Put your clothes on. What are you doing walking out here half naked?"
Hina,
I'm sorry.
Hina in the first episode walks out butt naked.
She has a towel on her rack or whatever.
Well, the towel is hanging over her boobs, and then she's wearing underwear, but basically naked. And the first thing she does is just coil up into a ball instead of going back into the bathroom. Ridiculous. She's an awful person. Terrible. Like, she's awful. And that's like why I kind of wanted. I would wish we would have picked this over Boogie Pop, because we would still be watching this show. We would. We would not.
I don't know about that.
I think we totally would. I don't think we would have killed it at all. This show is too crazy. It's too entertaining for what it is. Hina's a terrible person. Why did you pick Kaguya, Satsuki?
Well, from that description that we got of Domestic Girlfriend, it seems like Kaguya Sama is kind of the polar opposite, because we have wholesomeness and goodness and great characters that make smart decisions, even though they aren't really too smart, because best decision would be to confess, but then we wouldn't have the show.
The issue is domestic girlfriend characters underthink things. These characters overthink things.
There's a teenager that throws water in an adult's face. True story in Domestic Girlfriend. And if I was that adult and a teenager threw water on me, I'd punch him in the face.
I would too. Does that happen in Kaguya? No, because all of these characters are wholesome, like Satsuki said. Continue, Satsuki.
Yeah, and it makes you laugh. I mean, I guess Domestic Girlfriend will make you laugh in the type of laughing at you type of way, but
yes, it would.
yeah, but Kaguya has more of that situational comedy, like, oh shit, we're really doing this, or this is really happening. So yeah, I really wish we were watching this because I feel like I would have never killed it. Just from what I've seen, I liked all the episodes. I would have never gave it a kill. Domestic Girlfriend, I just from what I've been hearing from these two, I probably would have killed it, but at the same time, maybe the fan service would have been the only thing keeping me in. But that's me, and I'm not a good person, so.
Wait, are you the kid who threw the water in the dude's face?
Yeah, sure.
At least you're not Hina levels of terrible person. She's awful. As for Kaguya, I also would have picked this show. I would have picked this show actually over Domestic Girlfriend if I knew it was this good. But the issue is, I don't think everything animated liked it. So,
I mean, I only saw the first couple episodes. No, one episode. Didn't even finish it. So, I mean, you did tell me to give it another chance and go to episode 3. Maybe then it'll be good. It's got a cool ending with the really slick animation.
Yeah, it's also got the Chica dance.
The chicken dance?
Same thing. Domestic Girlfriend, yeah, and Kaguya are kind of like the opposites, but they're both crazy. They're both just batshit insane in totally different ways. Kaguya has this. I just love the style of comedy in Kaguya, and I didn't think I would, because I read the manga. I read like 5 or 10 chapters, and I was like, "Oh man, this ain't good. This ain't good." And what really, once again, is this kind of the same thing with Bloom Into You. What really helped is the animation and actually making it, adapting it to an anime, giving it sound, giving it voice actors, giving it, all this stuff that comes with, anime adaptations. It just made it so much better. And I think as a show, Kaguya is 1 trillion times better than Domestic Girlfriend. So, honestly, I think it comes down to everything animated. What do you think?
Why? Well, I mean, everybody wants me to come back to doing Domestic Girlfriend, the live streams and whatnot, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be tough if I ever get back on that horse again. But
get to make fun of Hina.
Yeah, I get to talk all that smack about her, which I might. But when it comes to the other show, I'm sure it gets better. I just need to actually give it a chance. I don't know. Maybe it's not my cup of tea. But if I was to pick the lesser of two evils, I would probably, the Kaguya.
That is the winner of the one that got away, aka the anime we would have picked to watch over Boogie Pop. So now let's go back to the community. Let's see what the community would have picked. The choices were Domestic Girlfriend, Kaguya, Love is War, My Roommate is a Cat, Quintessential Quintuplets, and the rest, they could just vote on whatever. So those votes were Ori Twin Tails ni Narimasu, aka just Twin Tails.
I know who did that one.
Yeah, and also Twin Tails. So 2 votes for Twin Tails. But Kaguya, once again, basically sweeping right now, wins with 3 votes. My roommate is a cat got 2. Quintessential Quintuplets got 1. And Domestic Girlfriend got 2. So there is that. Now let's move on to the part of the show where people are likely to get angry at us. And probably my favorite award name ever, the Thigh Meat Award, aka Most Overrated. I picked Kaguya Love is War.
Boo!
What did you pick, Satsuki?
I picked Shield Hero.
I picked the obvious one, Boogie Pop.
Oh man, let's just go ahead and talk about Boogie Pop first of all. This show was billed as a sequel, or no, not a sequel, a prequel to an anime that came out 20 years before it in celebration of that anime, but was the beginning of that anime because that anime didn't have a beginning and they didn't adapt the first couple volumes, and that's what this is. And I don't understand a single bit of it.
Nothing happens. Literally, I think I said it already, but I'll say it again. I'm gonna go fight a monster. Oh, I don't need to fight it anymore. Bye.
That's literally what happened.
Episode 1.
She's like, I have to go now. I've done my job. You didn't do anything.
I want to say, she just stood on a fucking roof and just
she looked
wore
cool.
an outfit.
She just stood and looked really cool. That's it.
I mean, I don't know about looking cool. She kind of looks stupid, but I mean, it was just.
She looked cool. Like the way she was talking, I thought she was going to do something really epic, but you know.
But that just makes her stupid in retrospect because I'm wearing this ridiculous outfit. I'm sounding cool the way I talk, and then doesn't do shit. I mean, that's
why she's not cool. It's because she's not cool. She's terrible.
She probably talks to herself in the mirror while combing her hair, going, "Hey, you're one cool looking mother." You know what I mean? But it's just no.
She's like the fawn, just hey, look cool there, Boogie Pop.
I mean, she wears the same kind of outfit,
And she apparently took over this girl, and this guy isn't in love with that girl, but is in love with Boogie Pop. But at the end of like episode 5, he actually goes out with that girl, doesn't like Boogie Pop anymore, and there's like people that eat humans and bunches and this guy has a bow and he shoots people with it and nobody seems to care, and they apparently brought this girl who was obviously dead back to life, and there's that one girl who's like knows a lot about fighting and stuff and does that cool thing in the opening but doesn't ever do anything really cool.
For a show called Boogie Pop, there is literally no dancing in this show.
It's got a good name.
I mean, the name, sure, if it was done right, would be awesome, but I think Boogie Pop, I think like Boogie Nights or something to do with like dancing or whatever. But nope. What do we get instead? Women sitting in a chair with her legs crossed. That's what we get.
Yep. This show is so damn overrated. So
damn. Cat just meow.
I think there's someone downstairs yelling. This so overrated. Satsuki, talk about yours.
Well, I hate to do this, but we're going to do this. So before we actually had the ball rolling with watching these anime, Shield Hero was probably the most anticipated, other than Mob Psycho, of course. I mean, so that's just in my opinion. That's what I was gathering, that it was Mob Psycho, then Shield Hero, and just the rest of the anime. So when I actually look at Shield Hero, it's still good, mind you, but I do believe it's overrated because it's just from the 4 or 5 anime that I'm watching for this season, it's the worst. And again, it's not a bad thing. I just don't believe that it's as great as the anticipation that it had before, and what people are still saying about it now. Like people are comparing this to Ray Zero, and I don't see it to be honest. I still think it's an enjoyable show, but I don't think it's that great. But it does have great moments. So,
For what it's worth, Shield Hero gets more to the point than Reese Hero, so there is that. Yeah, I mean this is the one on this list that had the huge budget for marketing. This is the one that Crunchyroll was like, best anime ever. You guys can't wait. And this is the one that I touted as being really good because I read the manga and I was just super impressed by it. What I think happened along the way is people were told this is the like one of the best isekais ever made. And I think somehow that turned into this is a really damn good anime that's like up there with some of the greats. And I think people took that seriously and got confused. Because I agree, this show is way overrated. This show is pretty good. Like, it's pretty damn good. Like, one of the best shows this season, no doubt. But it's like, you go to Mallet, it's got like a high 8, I think. No.
8.38.
It's not an 8.38. It just doesn't. It's not one of those shows. It's good. It's just not one of those shows. And there's also been a lot of drama around Shield Hero as well, which I think didn't help it at all.
Oh yeah,
that just really dumb drama. I mean, I'm saying Kaguya for personal reasons, but before even talking about Kaguya, I think Shield Hero wins this one, to be honest. So. But that's, I guess let me talk about my reasons for Kaguya.
No, it's not. Let's just skip. Satsuki wins.
Yeah, well, he does. But I picked Kaguya because I used to browse Reddit, our anime, and frequently the comment would come up, Kaguya Sama is the best manga ever written, and or Kaguya Sama is the best romance of all time. No, it is not. It is nowhere near close to any of those things. I was lied to. And that's one of the reasons why I dropped the manga, is because my expectations were best of all time. It is not. It is not the best of anything, really. I love the show to death, but it is not the best of all time in any category. You can have your opinion and say based on your opinion you do, but for me, no. It just doesn't. I'm sorry.
It has one of the best Kaguyas. You have to admit that.
It's also got the Chica dance.
Yeah.
Which is a very good animation. If you guys, I think someone actually I saw it in my video feed recently of someone actually doing the dance in real life. That was pretty cool. I didn't watch the video, but yeah, no, Shield Hero wins this one. Right?
I mean, it's 2 against 1. I think Boogie Pop's worse, but
see, I think Boogie Pop is the worst out of the 3. I just don't know if people, because I didn't know anything about Boogie Pop until C posted the promotional video
based off his trailer.
Thanks, SeaTactics.
I mean, I didn't either. I didn't know about Boogie Pop until it started popping up that hey, it's getting
so
anime.
Glad Madhouse decided to do this piece of shit and not One Punch Man season 2.
But also look at its Mal rating as well. It's got like a 7.0 on Mal. So is it?
And that's better than average.
I mean, you are right. You are right. That's
The thing
actually a
about
good
Mal
point.
is they typically overrate things no matter what. I mean, things on Mal usually aren't underrated, but they are most of the time overrated.
I don't know.
Boogie Pop is neither. It's garbage.
Oh, I won't defend it, but
That's the thing. I don't think we wanted Boogie Pop to be bad at all. Like, I think we were all kind of genuinely upset. Were we? Okay, so here's actually now the question. Were we upset about Shield Hero and how it turned out? Based off,
No.
the super high expectations.
I was more surprised than anything else.
I think Boogie Pop wins.
fuck.
I think Boogie Pop wins. Oh, God. So Boogie Pop wins, right?
Let's do it. Well, yeah, sure.
All right, Boogie Pop is the winner.
What does the community say?
The community says a lot of things. They had to vote for Mob Psycho 100, The Rising of the Shield Hero, The Promised Neverland, Dora, Kakegurui, the quintessential quintuplets, and anything else they wanted to put in. Shield Hero won with 5 votes, 2 votes for The Promised Neverland, 1 vote for Kakegurui, and The Promised Neverland Mob Psycho 100 Season 2 with 2. People don't like The Rising of the Shield Hero. I think in the first week it was almost eliminated, right?
I
the
don't
community.
remember.
Well, first or
I
second
can't
week.
remember.
Let's talk about the surprise of the season. Mine is Kaguya Love is War. What is yours, Satsuki?
Mine is Kaguya Sama, Love is War.
All right, we both have the same pick.
2 against 1. Okay, mine is Shield Hero.
Why'd you pick Shield Hero?
Well, I think a lot of it had to do with just what the critics were saying, and now I don't buy what the critics say, especially from Anime News Network. It's a terrible website, but
I agree. Terrible website.
Terrible website. They're completely anyway. I don't want to get into that. They were just given these wrong ratings and whatever, and I just thought, oh, this must be a bad thing. Why? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to watch this, because SeaTactics put me up to it. I went into it thinking it was gonna be bad, and came out after what it was like the first episode was like an hour long premiere, and I was thoroughly. I enjoyed myself. I was not bored whatsoever, and I'm glad to have seen it, and I'm still watching it. And to me, I think that's why it was one of the biggest surprises, is because I thought it was going to be another isekai. I thought it was going to be just another typical anime. Oh, here we go, teleporting to another world. But it's actually got a little more substance than that. So that's why I got it voted for that.
Why did we both pick Kaguya, Satsuki?
Them eyes. I'm going to keep saying.
I'm gonna have to agree with that one. I was very surprised by Kaguya's eyes. Not only that, but just the show's quality and how I dropped the manga. Once again, I dropped it, and it was a surprise because I was literally going in like, I mean, I go into every anime, not trying to like very offensively. I go in now. I try to be as open-minded as possible. And I didn't like the first 2 episodes, admittedly, but I was like, I'm just going to give it. Some of these jokes were funny. I'm going to give it another shot. And I did, and I watched episode 1 all the way to episode 8 in one sitting. And I don't think I've ever done that for any anime ever. I don't think I've ever watched 8 episodes in a day. And I was laughing my ass off, and I loved it. And that surprised me so much because I was not entertained by the manga one bit. I felt like I was, I felt like I was reading it out of obligation because everybody said it was so great. But when it actually turned out to like kind of pan out and be pretty good, I was like, wow, fuck Reddit. Why were you so surprised about Kaguya Satsuki?
Other than the eyes, I think when I was choosing anime, I actually read the synopsis for the show, but I ended up not picking it or not even suggesting it. And it was because of the synopsis. I didn't think it was going to be great at all, but I think the first thing I seen of it was the Chica dance, and that got me interested. But even then, that wasn't enough to get me to start watching it because the same thing happened with Zombieland Saga, where you had the Zombieland rap, which was cool, but I was like, nah. But eventually, I said, okay, let me sit down and watch this show, and I was pleasantly surprised by it. I liked it from episode one, and to be honest, it's one of my favorite anime this season. So,
You bring
like
up
it.
the. No, sorry, continue.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, you bring up the Zombieland Saga thing. I think that's another one of the reasons why I was surprised. I was like, the Chica dance is viral. This is another, rap scene in episode 2 of Zombieland Saga that, out of context, is pretty freaking awesome, and in context, pretty awesome. But the rest of the show is pretty lackluster, kind of bad, honestly, and super gimmicky. But this is not gimmicky. This is a good show, and yeah, I honestly don't think the Zombieland Saga comparison is fair at all, because they're both totally different, and yeah, they both had like very viral memes, but I think to compare those two shows is it's just one is bad and one is really good. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, the thing about it is sometimes I watch shows for the dumbest reasons, and I am drawn by gimmicks. Like I like shiny things, so that's a flaw, but we're not going to talk about that.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. But the Chica dance drew me in, but when I actually started watching it, I didn't stay for the Chica dance because that was only an ending in one episode, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate. But yeah, it had much more than that dance. The comedy is great. I love every single character in the show, and it's just a good experience.
I 100% agree. I didn't come for the Chica dance though. My community, my Discord community, were like, "Hey, check it out," and I was like, and they were talking so much, just they were saying so many great things about it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it. Uh, and I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I gave it a shot past episode 2 because it's one of my favorites of this season. It's so funny. So out of this and Shield Hero, I mean, I wasn't that surprised with Shield Hero because I read the manga, so I don't think that's fair for me to jump in there because like I kind of knew what the expectations were. I think it's between you and Satsuki, or you and Everything Animated, to decide who wins this one.
So you're saying there should be more rap battle animes?
What I'm saying is Philo and Raftalia should have gotten to a rap battle.
Could you imagine a giant ass bird and a half whatever? What are they called? Demi-human getting in a rap battle while she keeps saying Nafumi-sama.
That's how she starts off. That's how she rhymes everything, is with Nafumi-sama. I don't know.
Nah, you know how I feel about the Shield Hero, buddy. I mean, I honestly didn't even have Kaguya on my radar. So I mean, it must be doing well, even though I don't know anything about it.
Well, for me, Shield Hero, like I said, it was an anime I was already aware of before we started this, so I will have to go with Kaguya.
Kaguya for the win.
All right, surprise! The season is Kaguya. Now let's check back in with that dank community. What do they pick for surprise this season? The choices were Kaguya, Love is War, The Rising of the Shield Hero, My Roommate is a Cat, Dora, Domestic Girlfriend, Igeo no Daika, Watashi ni Tenshi ga Mayorita, and the Cost of Smiles. And the winner is Kaguya Love is War, which is just destroying right now. Cost of Smiles got one. Watashi ni Tenshi ga Mayorita got one. Igao no Daika got one. Domestic Girlfriend got one. Dora got two. And My Roommate is a Cat got one. So that is what the community thinks. Now, it's time for the penultimate award. And I recently started using that word, penultimate, and I feel super smart. The King Nothing Award, aka the Goblin Slayer Award of Excellence. We can't let the Goblin Slayer meme die, can we? It's got to live on. I picked Boogie Pop because my God, is that anime terrible. What did you pick, Satsuki?
God damn it. What did I... Oh, yeah. I picked Bookie Pop.
I picked that anime with the planes.
Girly Air Force, a.k.a. the studio that gave my Berserk review a strike about 2 years back because I used a clip and because I called them out for their shitty anime.
Sad face.
Yeah, that one.
Let's go to Boogie Pop for a moment. Wow, oh wow, was this show just so terrible. I mean, the first day it came out, it was a 45-minute premiere with 2 episodes on the same day, and then I think we watch like 5 episodes.
It was 4 episodes.
We watched 4 episodes it was the first kill of the season.
Unnervingly long episodes.
And there was some stuff in those 4 episodes that I could say, hey, if they did it right, the guy who sees people like the roses and he sees the roses inside of them, like that's a cool metaphor for something, I'm sure, and like it's a good idea, and how like that one chick, the nightmare chick or whatever, takes over people and kills them or something, and is listen, there are some interesting ideas in this show. They all failed. Why? Because this show's terrible and was written by a guy on cocaine.
Do we know it's cocaine though?
It may be
sure?
meth. It may be meth. It may be both. I don't know.
Or maybe it was that stuff that they used in the show. Maybe he was trying to give us a sign.
Could be. Very much. Maybe it was written by Boogie Pop herself.
Trying to sound cool, but isn't? Yeah, that sounds like it.
Yep. I don't know who this is written by, but man,
4-year-old. Written by a 4-year-old.
And she's gonna stand on top of a school, and she's gonna not talk.
And but when she does talk, it's the coolest thing you ever heard.
She's gonna speak in a low voice, and you're all gonna think it's cool, and then she's gonna leave again.
And then before you know it, boom.
She left another time. She doesn't do a lot. Everyone kind of has to put up with her shit.
Yep.
God, this anime is bad. Why did you pick the Girly Air Force?
Because to me, this is the epitome of what anime should try to get away from. I think we can all agree when it comes to this season, this has been one of the better seasons to come out of anime in a long, long time. But when you see mediocre, abysmal shows like Boogie Pop, and you also see just the run-of-the-mill, like, why'd you even make it? Oh, that's right, because fan service shows like Girly Air Force, and it just makes you say, no one's gonna remember this when the season's over. Who's even watching this show? You know,
Exactly.
who's even going out of their way to say, dude, have you seen this anime called Girly Air Force?
You know, I'll
It's
tell
where
you
these
who it is.
girls fly these airplanes and they transform. Oh my god, dude, you gotta watch that. It's really good.
I'll tell you who it is. It's really lonely people who have a lot of money.
Okay, so your studio just banks on the fact that you're gonna
That they're going to sell a lot of Blu-rays
Yeah,
and a lot of merch.
I think people are starting to steer away from that, though.
I do.
I mean,
do as well.
maybe a long time ago you could get away with stuff like that, and that's what sold. And they still have that same tradition. That's why they have the girls in the foreground and the main character way in the background. You know what I mean? And I get it. It's marketing. It's what they do. But yeah, it's like I said, it shows like that just makes you go. You could take that money, you can take that time, and put it towards an anime that deserves it. Versus
I agree.
Versus all this non-existent, like I said, this is crap. This crap that we don't need.
It's fluff. It is just stuff. It's noise. It doesn't do anything. Doesn't move the needle in any which way direction. It just adds to this noise that anime is just about boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. It's not anymore. It really isn't. It's never really been. It's just a different medium.
Not only that, if you were to see a cosplay of this, would you even recognize it?
I wouldn't.
I sure as hell wouldn't.
I
wouldn't know what it was.
I don't know what any of the characters look like.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. You know what a Dragon Ball Z character looks like. From this new season, if someone was to dress up from anyone from Kaguya, people would know right away who it was.
Yeah.
You know, but when it comes to, like I said, like animes like this, it's just nah. And I'm hoping anime as an industry can kind of move away from stupid ass shows like this. But I know it's not going to happen anytime soon because next season we have a show dedicated to pantyhose.
Oh no. I saw that.
And I'm like, why?
You know
why?
You know why?
But I don't know, like we have to make a show about that? You couldn't just make it like an OVA and just put it to the side and just be like, hey, if you want to watch this, you can watch it on your own time. No, let's make it a story with arcs about pantyhose.
I mean, if it's good and it's funny, sure, but like on face value alone, it's no.
We all know it's not going to be though. That's what drives me crazy about anime. When it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's awful.
Well, I mean, honestly, me and you guys, we're on point with this award. I think these two shows are the bottom of the barrel. Do I think it's the real question? I haven't seen Girly Air Force, but is it worse than Boogie Pop?
Well, to rest you, I think Boogie Pop is worse just because of the hype and reputation and it's a madhouse versus a no-name company like Girly Air Force.
Gimba, who made Berserk 2016 and 2017. I think we all probably expected that to happen. I mean, I guess Boogie Pop wins this one.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Boogie Pop. I just wanted it to be so good. But it wasn't. It looked cool. The trailer looked cool. That's the only cool parts were in that trailer. So going back to the community, what have the community picked? This one may not be so surprising. The choices were The Cost of Smiles, Wheeze, the Handshaker sequel, Girly Air Force, How Clumsy Are You, Miss You Know, Quintessential Quintuplets, and Boogie Pop, along with other choices. And the winner with 6 votes out of 10 is Boogie Pop. Girly Air Force got 2, 1 vote for Handshaker sequel, and 1 vote for Costa Smiles.
Yeah.
So people agreed. People agree with us that that show was freaking bad. So now it is time for the last award, and then we will leave you all to your own devices. The King of Anime. I picked Dora. What did you pick, Satsuki?
I picked Dora.
I picked Mob Psycho 100 Season 2.
All terrific choices. I guess let's talk about Mob Psycho and why you picked Mob Psycho.
This whole show is just the definition of anime. It's so beautifully animated. It looks spectacular. It's got a very unique style that separates itself from everyone else. So if you were to say, what is the Mob Psycho? You know exactly what it looks like. And the characters are great. It doesn't make you feel bored whatsoever. It's not it's not like a long arc like a Naruto or Dragon Ball Z.
Boruto's dad.
Boruto's dad. It's just a nice wholesome fun, and yeah, you could really put it up in the background and just kind of like watch it. I think that's what a good anime is to me anyway.
I've kind of wanted to get this off my chest. Mob Psycho.
Keep it on your chest. Keep it on your chest.
Keep it on your chest. Don't get that thing on me. Mob Psycho for me. I watched season 1. Had some good episodes. I really enjoyed. Didn't care too much for, honestly. And I still really don't care too much for Mob Psycho 100. It's a show to me. It's a show like My Hero Academia, where I watch My Hero Academia and I go, right, that's an anime. That's an anime, and people like that anime, and there is no reason people shouldn't like this. There is no reason this anime shouldn't sell a bazillion manga volumes and make a bazillion dollars, because it's a great anime. But it's an anime, and it doesn't move the needle for me at all. And Mob Psycho is kind of like that for me, but different. Mob Psycho is one where I completely go, yeah, this show is freaking awesome. This show is amazing. This season, I love this season way more than season 1. But for me, this isn't my type of show, I think. Which is very weird to say that, but it's just, there's something about it when I watch it, I just tune out sometimes. And I don't get that with any other show we've watched this season, except for Boogie Pop. Even Slime Daddy, I didn't tune out too much for Slime Daddy, but for this show, I just don't think it's a show for me. So I just wanted to say that.
How dare you?
What do you think, Spencer? Do you think I'm a terrible person?
Well, that's a different discussion because it's not mutually exclusive. You're still a terrible person, but not because of what your opinions on Mob Psycho. But
wow,
we'll save that discussion for another day.
Hashtag everyone hates SeaTactics. Make it happen, Twitterverse.
Not everyone, because I'm pretty sure Rise Senpai still likes you.
Nope.
Oh. Well, okay.
That's almost that.
No one. Everyone hates SeaTactics.
I get what you're saying though with Mob Psycho, because I don't know, even with the first season, or not even with the first season, and even with this season, although I really love Mob Psycho, I think out of the shows that we've been watching has like the best animation, and it has great characters. At the same time, I don't really have as much emotional investment as I do with Dororo, because I really care for these characters in Dororo. And that just is like the prime example is with Tahomaru, because I thought that was a character I was really going to hate. He turned out to be really great. In fact, he's one of my favorite characters in the show currently because of how he's written. And I don't have that same feeling with Mob Psycho, and I can't really put my finger on it. It just doesn't have something that I want from it. And it's still a great show, mind you. It's still one of the best shows or anime for the season, and it's definitely going to be one of the best by the time the year ends. But I don't think it's better than Dororo, and I think it boils down to my emotional investment in both of the shows. Because with Dororo, I'm really invested in it. Mob Psycho, not so much, even though I still acknowledge it as a good show.
Man, pretty much exactly how I feel. It's the emotional thing. I'm not emotionally there for Mob Psycho 100. Besides maybe a couple instances, like I like Reagan and Mob. That's it. But I like them because they're cool and stuff. And it's like those are, you look at those characters and you think, wow, those are like main characters. And I don't know. I guess, talking about Dororo though, yeah, I care so much about everything that's going on in Dororo. It's unique. It's based off a manga from the 60s, yeah, and it's already got an adaptation, sure. But it just feels so unique and original, and we haven't gotten an anime like this good in a long time. This to me, depending on how the rest of next season for this show goes, this could be one of the anime that people talk about when they talk about what anime should you watch getting into anime. This could be talked about with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I believe that because this show has just nailed everything. Everything about it is so impactful. Dororo's backstory, Hyakimaru and how he gets his body parts back, and just Hyakimaru in general. He is such an addicting character because what body part is he going to get next? That's like the main reason why he's so great. And he kind of has his own personality without having, the ability to hear, the ability to see. He's a character. And even, the side supporting characters, like the person who took in Hyakimaru, that was an amazing backstory for that guy. And they didn't have to do it. And the show still would have been as good. But they did it anyways. Mio, a character that was maybe in 2 episodes, doesn't really have that big of an impact in terms of what she does. But she has a huge impact on the person that is Hyakimaru, and gets him to kind of like find his voice and awaken to like his personality and stuff like that. And it's like kind of the first time we see as well, like his reaction to Mio, Hyakimaru, is kind of like his first, like real like human reaction that we see, like that comes naturally to him. I don't know. Dororo to me is just it's being executed perfectly. Right down to the art style. The art style sometimes looks kind of cheap. Like it doesn't look cheap. It looks hand animated, I guess. There's that. It has that certain quality to it that makes it look old, I guess. Yeah, not cheap, but yeah, it makes it look old, and I like that because it's based off an old story by Osamu Tezuka, the freaking godfather of manga and anime. Without him, there would be none of this. So, it makes sense why I think this show is the best show of this season, possibly the year. What do you guys think?
I think I love you.
Oh God! Flashbacks to episode 1 of King of Anime.
No. To be quite honestly, there's like 4 good shows going on right now, and all of them, in my opinion, could be considered, animes of the season or year, for that matter. And we're not even done with the year yet. It's really incredible, just in a rarity in itself to get this many good shows. So for me, honestly, it was just hard to pick. I guess Mob Psycho was more of a nostalgia thing. I'm a sucker for good animation. I love the way that looks, and I that's what I base it off of. But I'm fine with any anime winning it, honestly.
I guess to me, Dora wins this. What do you think, Satsuki?
Party is over.
The party is over.
But I still want to dance.
Random pop sound effect. Play here. Yeah, Doro wins. King of Anime, Winter 2019. Doro is the king of anime, gosh darn it. Joins the ranks of Slime Daddy, which got dropped and killed this season. Oh, it's not in good company.
Let's hope it doesn't suffer the same fate in spring.
I hope not, and I don't think it will.
Have you seen that last episode?
Have not seen it yet, but I will soon. Probably tonight. Let's go back over to the community and see what the community thinks about who won the King of Anime Winter 2019 Community Edition. For the community, by the community. Voted on by the community. They had Dororo, The Rising of the Shield Hero, Mob Psycho 102, The Promised Neverland, Kaguya Love is War, My Roommate is a Cat, and anything else they wanted to enter. Who do you guys think that they picked for King of Anime Winter 2019?
Wait. Damn it. Say that again.
What anime do you think these guys picked?
Well, I've been right so far with the community, so Roro? Well, maybe.
What do you think, EA?
I'm a robot.
EA goes into the void. He's a robot again. Kaguya Love is War won.
Really?
With 5 votes.
I'm still a robot.
He's back. Dororo had 2 votes. The Promised Neverland had 2 votes. And Mob Psycho 100 had 1 vote.
What?
That's actually really surprising.
That is surprising.
I thought Dororo would win, or at least Mob Psycho. Huh.
Yep, Dororo won it.
I want to recount.
Dororo won.
No, recount.
Or not Dororo, but Kaguya Love is War won.
I need a recount.
Only 10 people voted. I don't think there's a need of a recount there.
You had 10 people voted.
Yeah, only 10 responses.
How many people do you have in your Discord?
Almost 100.
People, you need to start voting.
I forgot. It was my fault, okay? It was my fault.
Okay, everybody in Discord, blame SeaTactics the next time you see them.
Do it. Hashtag everyone hates SeaTactics. Love you, Satsuki. So now it's time to announce we let the community pick one anime, just one, for us to watch the next season, since we have a slot opened up to fill in some anime.
I'm on pins and needles.
The choices were Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2, One Punch Man Second Season, Kinja no Mago, Isekai Quartet, We Never Learn, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? Fruit Baskets 2019, Ao-chan Can't Study, Fairy Gone, Sinryu Sojo, Shometsu Toshi, Nobunaga Sensei no Osinazu. A Girl Who Chants Love at the Bound of This World.
What?
Hidoribochi no Seikatsu. Gunjo no There's a bunch of them, okay? I'm not going to read the rest.
Falling asleep here, buddy.
The winner with 5 votes. Very close. It won by literally
5
one.
votes.
One. Well, this had 31 responses.
Why does nobody vote?
This had 31 responses.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Won by 1 vote. 5 votes altogether. One Punch Man second season. We'll be watching that for spring.
Coincidence?
Yeah.
5 responses.
The runner.
5 fingers, 1
5
fist,
fingers.
1 punch.
Oh, hell yeah. It was meant to be.
Oh god, that's great. Isekai Quartet with 4 votes because it's a quartet.
Oh my god.
4 votes for Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer. Everything okay. So then 2 votes for Sara Zanmai. 2 votes for Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2. 2 votes for Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher?
Oh god.
Wow.
We could have ended up with that one, you guys. And everything else got 1 vote. Pretty much. And I guess we're going to announce our locks. So what are our locks for this next season?
I don't remember the
Goddamn.
name, but my locks one is made by the Studio Bones.
Oh god. I wrote this down somewhere. Where did I write it down? Oh god. Where is it? It's not on the page that I wrote it down on. This is bad. This is catastrophic, you guys.
Catastrophic.
Was it Carol and Tuesday?
Carol and Tuesday.
I think it was that. Yeah.
Yes. Who also did the movie for Cowboy Bebop. What'd you pick, Satsuki?
I picked Kabukicho Sherlock.
Kabuki Cho. That's my favorite. That's my favorite word in a Man with a Mission song. My pick is one of the runner-ups, and I pick Kimetsu no Yaiba. That's a show that we'll be watching every week on the Kimetsu no Yaiba podcast as well.
The hell is that?
Demon Slayer. It's by the people who made Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, and Fate Heavensfeel.
So we got those. We got those 3 plus One Punch Man plus Dororo and Shield Hero.
Yeah, and I picked Kimetsu no Yaiba because I didn't have a lock until I literally just said that, because I kind of wanted to choose another one by you guys, one that I would like. So, and I didn't. How could I pick? There are so many anime to choose from, so kind of left up to you guys. By the way, the chat's been down the whole time, this whole fucking podcast. I wonder why nobody commented. Jesus. So everybody's been chatting. Yeah, so we'll be watching Kimetsu no Yaiba, Kabuki Cho Sherlock, Carol and Tuesday, which is also for the director from Cowboy Bebop as well.
Hell yeah.
And then we'll be watching...
I knew why I wanted it.
We'll still be...
Watanabe.
We'll still be watching Shield Hero and Dororo. And that'll be the shows that we're watching next season.
So that's like 6?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, the chat box was down the whole time. That sucks. But shout outs, everything animated. Where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter. I finally changed my name to Everything Animated. I have a cool picture of me giving the double thumbs up with me on the dodgeball team, because I play dodgeball.
Hell yeah!
I'm kind of a big deal. Last year I was a champion at a tournament. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and
Cool story.
and you know what? I think once I get done being caught up with Domestic Girlfriend, I'll just compile everything into one giant video and just say, "Hey, Hina sucks. She's a terrible person."
Let's do a video that says "not in defense of Hina," the complete opposite.
just call it "Why Hina-chan Sucks," and exactly. I'll just go on an hour tirade of why the show, or why Hina sucks, but everyone else they also suck in more ways than one. But it's very complicated. That's me in a nutshell.
Oh no. Oh, we're gonna have to go over. Okay, I got this. Satsuki the Savage, shout yourself out.
What the hell was that?
Don't question.
We'll talk about that later. I am Satsuki the Savage. Twitter King Daniels Jr. YouTube Satsuki the Savage. Second channel Satsuki the Reactor. Still haven't done those JoJo videos, but that's because I'm a lazy piece of shit. But yeah.
I, I think everything animated fell into the robot void. He came back as a robot horse.
He's having fun at least.
I'm in space.
It's, it's also important to note that next Saturday there will be a special episode of the King of Anime podcast, a returning series that we kind of have been slow to do.
Return of the Mac.
It's the return of the Nakama Club, the Nakama Club. It will be on my channel next Saturday in place.
I love that poll.
In place of King of Anime next week, and we'll be covering the TV series Inuyashiki. So that should be fun. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. That was a fun show. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.